I wasn't trying to connect with my dead grandfather when I first did. It was an accident. But you know what? Before we get into that, I want to introduce you to Steph from Witch Wednesdays. She and I are doing a collaboration video, and we are both going over aspects of our ancestor altars. Be sure to check out her video too. The link is in the description box.
Welcome back to Witch Wednesdays. Today we're talking all about ancestors, ancestor altars, how to create one, and how to connect.
It was in October of 2016 or 2017, and I was pulling things out of my cabinet to set up an altar. I pulled out a brown-handled folding knife that was my grandfather's and put it down amongst the things. As I was setting up and laying everything out and putting things on my board, I felt him. I had never had this experience before, nor looked for it either. When I identified the change of energy in the room as his, I was like, oh, okay, he's here. And I wondered why, and then I realized I had his knife out and I must be connecting to it in a way I hadn't before. So I took the opportunity to communicate with him through some journaling, and the message he had for me was, don't be like me. At the time, I didn't know what that meant, but years later, I did figure out what he was trying to tell me. And since then, he's been quite easy to connect with, and that particular experience taught me how simple it can be to connect with them, especially if they want to connect with you. I also realized that day that I had a tool that I didn't know was going to be so potent and powerful for me. It was what I called my non-crystal grid crystal grid, but it has sort of morphed and changed into what I call now my portal board. And I use it to connect with different energies, like seasonal energies, or to send messages and manifestation magic and send critters to the other side. It just seems to be what it does, and it's a great focuser for me. And it's literally just a round piece of chalkboard. Yearly on Samhain, I take time to connect with my ancestors, and I have a specific altar that I use for that, and you've probably seen it if you've been hanging around here at all. I mostly use it to connect with my animal companions, but during Samhain, it's when I sort of decide who gets to come through, and it's morphed to inviting my grandparents, intentionally this time. And the easiest way I think it is to have them come through is by having things for them that they utilized in physical life, or things that they liked. So like my grandfather's pocket knife, and I leave tobacco, red wine, and black tea for my other grandparents, because those were things that they enjoyed. So in this way, it's both a bridge and also an offering. For my animal companions, I use things like their fur, because I always take fur from them before their body physically goes. So I have that. Treats that they liked, the tags that they wore, water, their toys, to connect with them. I light candles for each of them, and then I close my eyes and take a trip to the astral, and I touch base with each of them by tuning into the item that is the bridge to them. And usually my intention for doing this is just to commune with them. It's not necessarily because I want anything from any of them. I just want to feel them and know that they're there. So it's love. It's for love. And then I just talk to them regularly as I would with any person that was alive and sitting right next to me. I don't actually hear them talking, but it's through feelings, it's through images. But then when the conversation's finished, I thank them, and then I come back to surface, and it's pretty straightforward. Go see what Steph's done over at her ancestor altar, and I'll see you guys soon.